Johnny Depp, the name itself, stirs up images of a legendary actor, someone who's become a cultural icon over the years. But today we're diving into something much more personal, something that Johnny himself has recently shared with the world. This isn't about his career or the movies he's made. It's about something a little darker, a little more raw. In a recent interview, Johnny made a devastating love confession. He said, "I've known chaos like no other." Now, those words, they hit hard. It's not the kind of statement most people would expect from someone as famous as him. But when you take a moment to really think about it, it makes sense. After all, Depp has been through some serious chaos in his life. And he's been open about it before, but this confession cuts deep, and it'll probably haunt you long after you hear it. If you've been following Johnny Depp's journey over the past few years, you know there's been a lot of drama. From his very public divorce to the court battles with his ex-wife, Amber Heard, Johnny's personal life has been anything but quiet. In fact, it's been the exact opposite. Chaotic, messy, and at times heartbreaking. But it's not just the divorce that's made his life so difficult. Johnny's been dealing with a lot more than just what the public sees. When he said, "I've known chaos like no other," he wasn't just talking about his divorce or the media circus that followed. He was talking about a deeper kind of pain. He was referring to the chaos he's experienced in his personal relationships, the battles he's fought with addiction, and the constant public scrutiny that's been a part of his life for years. And it's clear from his words that all of this has taken a toll on him in ways that most people can't even imagine. You see, Johnny Depp is someone who's always been very open about his struggles. He's spoken candidly about his battles with addiction and the toll it's taken on his relationships. And while many of us know him for his roles in movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, his real-life journey is far from the fairy tale adventure we see on screen. One of the things Johnny's been most open about is his relationship with Amber Heard. Now, we all know how that relationship played out in the public eye. It was filled with drama, legal battles, and accusations flying from every direction. But what many people don't realize is that this wasn't just some Hollywood breakup. It was a messy, painful situation for both parties involved. And in many ways, it seemed like Johnny was caught in the crossfire of a media frenzy that only made things worse. For Johnny, this wasn't just about the divorce. It was about the emotional toll it took on him as a person. It was about the years of chaos, the fighting, the accusations, and the public humiliation. And when he talked about the chaos he's known, you could see that this was something that had haunted him for a long time. It wasn't just the fallout from one relationship. It was the culmination of years of turmoil, both personal and professional, but it doesn't stop there. Johnny Depp's life has been marked by a series of ups and downs, both in his career and in his personal life. Despite being one of the most successful actors of his generation, he's faced struggles that most people can't even begin to understand. From his battle with addiction to the collapse of his marriage, Johnny's life has been anything but easy, and the chaos he's known is a result of all. These factors coming together in a perfect storm of personal and public turmoil. What makes Johnny's confession so powerful is that it's a reminder that even the most famous people in the world are still human. They experience pain, heartache, and struggles just like the rest of us. They may live in the spotlight, but that doesn't mean their lives are free of chaos. And Johnny's been living with that chaos for years. So why is this confession so haunting? Well, it's not just the words themselves. It's the fact that Johnny Depp, a man who's been through so much, is still willing to open up about it. He's not hiding behind his fame or his success. He's not pretending that everything is okay. Instead, he's acknowledging the pain he's been carrying, and that's something a lot of us can relate to. Think about it. We all know what it's like to deal with chaos in our own lives. Maybe it's a difficult breakup, a job loss, or a family issue that seems impossible to fix. Whatever it is, we've all been there. And in a way, Johnny Depp's confession reminds us that we're not alone in those moments. He's been through the ringer, and he's still here, still standing. That's something a lot of us need to hear. But beyond that, Johnny's words also give us a glimpse into the mind of someone who's experienced the highs and lows of life in a way that most people never will. He's had the fame, the fortune, and the success, but he's also had the heartbreak, the addiction, and the chaos. And while many people would try to hide or downplay those struggles, Johnny has been incredibly open about them. One of the most striking things about Johnny's confession is the vulnerability behind it. In a world where celebrities are often expected to maintain a perfect image, Johnny has chosen to be real. He's not pretending that everything is fine. He's not putting on a happy face for the cameras. Instead, he's acknowledging the chaos that's been a part of his life. And in doing so, he's giving us a glimpse into the person behind the fame. Now, some people might say that Johnny's just seeking sympathy or attention by opening up about his struggles. But if you listen closely to his words, you can tell that's not the case. This isn't about sympathy. This is about truth. It's about owning the chaos and the pain, rather than running from it or pretending it doesn't exist. And that's something we can all learn from. Johnny Depp's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary, marked by iconic roles in Hollywood, a string of successful movies, and a level of fame that most people only dream of. He's had his share of ups, and let's be honest, some pretty intense downs. While many of us might recognize him as Captain Jack Sparrow, the quirky, lovable pirate, there's so much more beneath the surface of this talented actor's life. And in his most recent heartbreaking confession, Johnny has shared a part of his story that most of us have never seen before, when he said, "I've known chaos like no other." Those words didn't come from a place of seeking sympathy. Instead, they came from a place of honesty, vulnerability, and, dare I say, strength. Johnny isn't just revealing the turmoil he's gone through in his public life, though that's been part of it. He's acknowledging the deep emotional scars, the chaos of trying to balance fame with personal demons, and the toll it's taken on him, not just as an actor, but as a human being. And it's this raw honesty, this willingness to speak his truth, that resonates so strongly with people. There's something incredibly powerful in being open about our struggles. In a world where we're often told to put on a brave face, where we're encouraged to hide our vulnerabilities and show only our successes, Johnny's confession stands out. It's a reminder that no one is immune to pain, no matter how high their status or how successful they may seem. Even someone who's reached the top of their career, someone who's had the world at their feet, can still feel the weight of chaos, heartbreak, and emotional destruction. And this is precisely where Johnny's message lands. For those of us who have followed Johnny's career over the years, we know that his life hasn't exactly been a smooth ride. Sure, he's been in the spotlight for decades, building a name for himself as one of the most diverse and successful actors of his generation. But behind the fame, Johnny has struggled with a host of personal issues that have shaped who he is today. His battles with addiction, his complicated relationships, and his highly publicized divorce from actress Amber Heard have been laid bare for the world to see. But what many don't realize is how deeply these struggles have affected him on a personal level. Johnny's openness about his addiction issues is well known, but what's less talked about is the toll that his very public personal life has had on him. He's always been an intensely private person, despite his fame. And the fact that he's chosen to share these deeply painful aspects of his life speaks volumes about his own journey toward healing. He's not seeking pity or validation. He's simply stating the facts. This is his life, and this is what he's had to face. When Johnny speaks about the chaos, he's not just talking about a few difficult years here and there. This isn't about a string of unfortunate events. This is the kind of chaos that breaks people down over time. The kind of chaos that strips away your ability to trust, to find peace, to be present. It's the kind of chaos that stays with you, constantly reminding you of the pain and the scars left behind by your past. Johnny's confession doesn't just talk about the chaos. It speaks to the long-lasting effects it's had on him, on his psyche, and on his relationships. In many ways, Johnny's confession is a rare and much-needed look behind the curtain of fame. We often see celebrities at their best, their red carpet appearances, their movie premieres, their perfectly curated lives on social media. But what we often don't see are the moments of vulnerability, the quiet suffering that takes place when the cameras are off. Johnny is giving us a glimpse into those moments, showing us that he's not just the character we see on screen, he's a man who's experienced deep loss, heartache, and personal turmoil, and despite all of that, Johnny continues to move forward. This is where his message becomes truly inspiring. He's not stuck in the chaos of his past. He's not allowing his struggles to define him or hold him back. Instead, he's choosing to face them head-on, acknowledging the pain and using it as fuel for growth. It's not easy. It's not perfect, but it's real, and that's something many of us can relate to. Johnny's willingness to share this part of his life with the world also highlights the power of resilience. Life, as we all know, doesn't come with a manual. We're all just figuring it out as we go along. Some days are good, some days are terrible. We all face challenges, some more visible than others, but it's how we handle those challenges that makes all the difference. And Johnny's story, as difficult as it may be to hear, is a powerful reminder that no matter how chaotic life gets, there's always a way to keep moving forward. We've all experienced moments in our lives that have felt like they're too much to handle, whether it's the loss of a loved one, a painful breakup, financial struggles, or personal health battles. These moments can feel overwhelming, like there's no way out. But Johnny's journey shows us that even in the darkest times, there's always hope. There's always a chance for healing, growth, and new beginnings. We may not have control over the chaos that comes our way, but we have control over how we respond to it. And sometimes that means embracing the chaos rather than running from it. It means accepting that things aren't always going to go the way we plan, but finding peace in the fact that we're still here, still fighting, still moving forward. Johnny's life has been full of ups and downs, but through it all, he's remained a fighter. He's faced the chaos head-on, and he's never given up. And that's something we can all learn from. The most inspiring part of Johnny's confession, though, is the way he's using his experiences to help others. By being open and vulnerable about his own struggles, he's giving others the courage to do the same. He's showing that it's okay to not be okay, that it's okay to struggle, and that you don't have to face your challenges alone. Johnny Depp's story is one of perseverance, and it's a reminder that we're all capable of overcoming the chaos in our lives. As we listen to Johnny speak about the chaos he's known, it's impossible not to feel empathy for him. It's a reminder that fame and success don't make us immune to life's struggles. But it's also a reminder that no matter how hard things get, there's always a way through. Johnny Depp's journey is far from over, and neither is ours. We all have our own paths to walk, but we can take comfort in the fact that we don't have to walk them alone. So what can we take away from Johnny's devastating love confession? Well, for one, it's a reminder that we are all human. We all have our own battles, our own chaos to deal with, and while life might throw us curveballs, we can always choose to keep moving forward. Johnny Depp's story is one of resilience, of finding hope in the darkest of times, and of embracing the chaos rather than letting it define us. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that our struggles are too big to overcome. But Johnny's confession shows us that no matter how intense the chaos may seem, we can rise above it. We can use our experiences to grow stronger, to help others, and to create a life that's filled with meaning, even in the face of adversity. Johnny's been through a lot, and he's not asking for anything from us. He's simply sharing his truth. And in doing so, he's showing us that no matter how chaotic life may seem, there's always a way to move forward. So what can we take away from Johnny Depp's devastating love confession? Well, for one, it's a reminder that we all go through tough times. Life isn't always easy, and sometimes it feels like the chaos will never end. But just like Johnny, we can find a way to survive. We can find a way to heal, to move past the pain, and to come out stronger on the other side. And perhaps the most powerful message of all is that we don't have to do it alone. Johnny's willingness to share his story with the world shows that even when we feel isolated, we're not truly alone. There's a world out there of people who understand, who've been through similar struggles, and who are there to support us. It's easy to forget that celebrities, just like us, experience real emotions and face real challenges. Johnny Depp's confession serves as a powerful reminder that no matter who you are, we all go through chaos at some point in our lives. But it's how we deal with it, how we face it head-on, that truly defines us. So, the next time you find yourself facing your own chaos, remember Johnny Depp's words. I've known chaos like no other. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to struggle. But just know that you're not alone. And there's always a way out of the storm. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Johnny's confession? Do you think he's finally opening up, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other celebrity stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. And as always, thanks for watching.